My name is Jeff Bartko, and I started importing the Gypsy horse in numbers in 2001. I used to get a lot of calls from people who wanted to breed to my stallions. They have, frequently they would have a paint mare, or maybe a what they would call a breeding stock paint mare, which was just a solid mare, quarter horse type mare. But they would want to breed to my stallion, and I would say, sure, I'm happy to do that. But, and this is the key, is I would always explain to them, you're not going to get the feather in this cross. It's got to come from both parents. And 99.9% of the time, you tell them you're not going to get the feather, their interest is gone. And not so much that my desire was to run them off, but my desire was to educate them. And that's always, always been the key to introducing the breed into this country is education. A lot of folk in this country don't have the experience with the feathered breed. And so they do need to know these things. And so when I let them know you're not going to get that, the feather in the offspring, that was usually all that needed to be done. I like to feed my Gypsy horses in much the same manner as where they came from. And what is that? That's grazing. This is an animal that perhaps the worst thing you can do with this animal is lock it in a stall and feed it twice a day. I don't think that's good for any horse, but especially this animal. We brought these horses in from overseas. They've been running out in the fields, in the pastures, and eating the grasses that grow there. The horse is a grazing animal, and that's the way I like to feed them. So I like to graze them, and if I don't have the grazing, then we provide them with free choice grass hay, and they can still graze and eat as they like. And contrary to a lot of myths out there, they are not going to overeat, and they are not going to get so fat they explode. Nature has done a wonderful job of taking care of this animal and constructing her to be what the breed is. Mother Nature can take care of this animal. Let her do her job. She does it a lot better than you or I could possibly do. So I just allow them to eat free choice grass hay. If my hay is not real good quality this season, then I might give them a bit of supplement. But first and foremost, it's the hay. I don't feed a lot of alfalfa to the Gypsy horse. It's a foreign feed to them. They don't have it overseas where they come from, and they don't need it in this country. There are certain health conditions in the draft horse that are closely associated with the feeding of alfalfa hay, and we have seen these conditions in the Gypsy horse as well. So we don't need to go there. Best thing you can do to take care of the feather, leave it alone. The more you mess with it and you brush it and you curl it and you wash it and you bathe it and you soak it and you powder it and all this, all you're doing is breaking the hair off. The best thing you can do is just leave it alone, and when it comes time for a show or an event or a parade, then wash it up real well, brush it out, and go into the show and show your horse off the best you can. I like an animal first and foremost with a good personality, a good disposition. if she's got a rotten, disposition, a rotten personality, if she's mean, I'm not going to look any further. That's that. Fortunately, as a general rule, these horses have great dispositions. I want a horse that is very well conformed. I want a nice, heavy body. I like nice, strong legs, good hindquarters, nice clean joints, and a good foot. I want this all put together in a very nice, pleasing package. I'm not that concerned about color. A good horse comes in any color, and so color is not what I look for, first and foremost. I'm looking for the way she is, put together, and then I start putting the color on there. Of course, she's got to have good hair. She's got to have good, good feather. And, if she doesn't have the feather, then that's something I'm going to pay close attention to. As far as feather goes, I like to say that that feather isn't everything, but to have everything, you've got to have the feather. Well, I would like to see the owners and breeders of this animal work for a unity. There are a number of different registries and organizations that exist to support the breed in its community, and I'd like to see the unity of these organizations. There's really not that much there that separates the groups as far as their philosophies and practices. And I think if the breed is going to succeed, if it's going to be recognized, within this country and abroad in the same light as other, existing breeds, that the unity needs to be there. We need to show the world that this horse is as much a part of of our society as any of the other breeds. So I think that's what I would like to see. Well, learn all you can about the breed. This is a breed that, again, is quite new to this country, and most of the breeders in this country have been involved in the breed for a very short period of time, and so they too are still learning about the animal. And, no one person is going to have all of the answers that you seek, and there may be more than one correct answer to the question that you're asking. Learn about the animal. Learn its conformation. What makes it different than say a quarter horse or an Arabian. Go to the shows, talk to people, start getting an idea of what you like in the breed. There are different qualities in the animal that appeal to different people. And so just learn everything that you can, and just remember that just because you read it on the internet does not mean that it's true. There's as much myth and fiction out there as there is knowledgeable fact. So do your homework.